fellow horror collectors, if you don't know, my name is Mike, and in this video I'm going to be doing a figure review for NECA's most recent Terrifier release, the Ultimate Blood-Soaked Art the Clown variant. Collectors said this was hitting early, and they were right. I found this earlier this week. It was 3 or 4 days before it was supposed to be hitting shelves, so I'm so glad I have it, and I want to share it with each and every one of you. Please like this video as it helps the channel grow a whole hell of a lot, and also consider subscribing if you love horror content just as much as I do. So without further ado, let's slice right into it. Alright everybody, here it is, NECA's Terrifier Ultimate Art the Clown action figure. This time, the blood-soaked variant. Really love this figure, and right off the bat, I want to take a look at the packaging. NECA, almost always, 9.999% of the time, always kills it with their packaging. Of course, we have Art the Clown holding the knife and his little air horn, his bicycle horn, covered in blood. This is really, really cool artwork with the newspaper. It says Killer Clown, and then down here, if you look into the background, there's all kinds of little hints and Easter eggs to the franchise, like Art having the hacksaw, his trash bag, the tricycle from part 1. There's all different kinds of things in here. If you look close, you can kind of see, oh, that's from that. Even this building right here, I believe, is where they shot most of the first film. It looks just like it. I love the little legs hanging out of the dumpster. So somebody's body got chucked in there, or at least half of it. Very cool artwork. I love this. It's stunning, and as soon as you see it, it just really pops. It makes you want to pick it up, and it's just begging you to open the flap and take a closer look. But of course, before we do that, let's go ahead and take a look at the side of the box, which is blood-soaked as well, or blood trickle, if you will. Damien Leone's Terrifier, of course. The other side is the same, and the back gives us some really cool shots of Art, really showing all the different faces he comes with, all the different weapons, and you're going to have a lot of different ways to display Art with a shit ton of weapons and accessories. So many that if you look down here, it says it includes multiple interchangeable expressions, alternate hands, arsenal of weapons and accessories. I don't remember another NECA figure personally. I'm sure there is, but that they just say an arsenal. They usually list them all off. Machete, pickaxe, boat oar. You know, I'm thinking of the Ultimate Pamela. But, I mean, literally, they just say an arsenal because there's so many. They just said, you know what? Here you go. It's an arsenal. Open it up and look for yourself. This is fucking crazy. So let's go ahead and take it open here. Love this shot here on the left. That's when you really see the blood soaked into that white on his outfit there. Looks really, really crisp, really, really clean. I love this shot here of Art. And of course, we get our first look when we open the packaging. He comes with 4 different expressions. All these weapons, I mean, knives, meat cleavers, hammers, the whip tails. He comes with his gun from the first one. I mean, just so much cool stuff. My thumb is even covering up a couple down here in the corner. The baby doll from the first movie. The head from the pizza guy in the first movie. A brain. Very, very cool. I'm so excited to get this out of the package. So let's go ahead, open it up, take a closer look, and let Art finally breathe our air. Holy shit. Here we go. Art the Clown, all of his accessories, all of his faces, all of his hands, all of his glory. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Art the Clown figure itself. Now, right away, taking this out of the box, I already appreciated it because there was no twist ties, no zip ties, no elastic bands, everything. You turn over the plastic tray, and it all comes right out. So nice and easy access. That's just how we like it, right? So, the Art the Clown figure right away, let's go ahead and talk about articulation. He has all the basic articulation. I was very surprised on how much articulation and play he actually has in his head. You know, he can turn side to side, full rotation around, can turn his head pretty far both ways. I was shocked with how much play is in his head, but his little scrunch scarves that he has, they're actually like rubbery soft material, so it allows his head to actually move. I was worried this was molded plastic, and I'm like, ooh, I'm not sure how good his head is going to move, but thankfully he has tons of play in his head because, you know, Art as a character is so charismatic, and he's so full of life, and there's always so many different things you can do with Art, so you might want his head to tilt or look upwards or backwards or whatever have you. So lots of play in his head. Huge ball joints in his arms, which allow for rotation, of course. Also has joints here in the elbows. Pretty standard stuff there. And then the same thing with his neck is the same with his hands. As you can see here, the little scrunches at the end, these are also softer material, which will allow his hands to actually turn. So you don't have to worry about him, getting stuck because of the hard plastic. You will not have to worry about that, my friend. His body is actually a softer material as well. If you can hear it, there's a lot of squish in there, which is pretty cool because I think it really adds to the overall posability of the figure, and I really like that a lot. Now, the legs is something to keep in mind. With the NECA Ultimate Clean Art the Clown, a lot of collectors were saying his right leg was snapping off at the knee because it was very tight. Because the legs, of course, have your standard ball joints as well. This is a very, very posable figure. Lots of articulation here. Bends in the knee, and even his feet got a little bit of up and down seesaw action and side to side. But yes, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that the same is with the blood-soaked variant. Be very careful with his right knee. It seems tight, and I'm not going to force it, so a little bit of heat, therapy, a little bit of heat treatment with this guy, whether you prefer the hot water or a little bit very easy on a blow dryer or whatever have you. Maybe loosen up that right leg if you're looking to pose it. I'm not going to push it, but I know that was the case with the clean version, and it looks like this version might be the same way. So just be careful with that. But overall, this figure is fucking phenomenal. Oh, we didn't take a close look at this face sculpt. Look at that. If that's not David Howard Thornton and Damien Leone special effects makeup magic, I don't know what the fuck is. That is fucking spot on. To be honest, that might be my favorite. Oh, come on, I'm complimenting you. Come on, you better not follow me. I'm giving you massive compliments, you fucker. This very well could be my favorite face sculpt, at least this whole year, if not the last couple of years. I am in love with the face sculpt on this Art the Clown. It is so perfect. And it looks like with the alternative expressions, the amazing sculpting does not stop there. As you can see, you have Art with the open mouth. Look at that. Wow. Wow. Look at that. The sunken in cheeks, the really sharp cheekbones, curved pointy nose. These are really, really well done, NECA. Holy shit, you guys killed it with this figure. Look at all the blood on the sad Art. Look at that. I don't know if he's so much sad as he's just looks a little down, a little frown. Wow. Unfucking believable. NECA killed it with these sculpts. Wow. 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 Usually I have like my head sculpt or my face sculpt already pre-selected, and I'm like, okay, this is the one I'm going to display him with. This figure, man, this might be one of those every 6 months I change him up kind of deals. These are really, really, really good. So let's go ahead and talk about his hands real quick because it's pretty straight up, pretty basic stuff. I mean, of course, he's going to have, hands that are going to hold his weapons. Of course, this is probably for the pistol. They're all blood soaked. This one's more of a closed fist type. Again, all bloody. We don't got to go through all the hands. I mean, they're pretty self-explanatory. He's got this really cool, like, wider grip hand with 2 fingers a little bit extended. And then, of course, if you've seen Terrifier 1, this is so you can create the scene with him holding the scalpel from the first movie, of course. Very cool hands there. What else do we have here? Art also comes with this human brain, which is extremely... Does this split in half? Hold on, yeah, no. It just looks like it does, but no, it doesn't. A very well sculpted brain with part of a brainstem. I never thought I would say those words in my life, but very cool to have. Now this, I believe, is from Terrifier 1 as well. One of the pizza shop workers that got turned into the jack-o'-lantern. Again, very good sculpting here. It looks very realistic, very cool. And just to put this on display next to Art, I think is going to be really cool. Now, I saw a lot of collectors in comments saying, why is his head cut out like that? Because initially, a lot of collectors, and I thought as well, this piece comes out and you can put the brain in his head, but that's not the case. What this actually is, it's actually molded in a way to where Art's hands can actually fit inside the grooves, and he can hold the head for displayability purposes. Now, people that have this figure have said it doesn't work very well, but I'm almost positive that is, oh God, look at that. That's badass. I'm almost positive that was the intention of why it is there to begin with. So just in case you're wondering, that's that. We also got the baby doll from the Crazy Woman in the first Terrifier as well. Because obviously this figure is based on Art the Clown Terrifier from Terrifier 1. But there is Terrifier 2 elements sprinkled in here, as you can see with his weapons. For example, this right here, the Tails Whip that Art created, which is one of my favorite weapons when he beats the shit out of Jonathan and Sienna with it. I love this weapon so much. This is Terrifier 2. This is a Terrifier 2 weapon all day, every day. But I'm so glad that it's here. I love it. I'm probably going to display him with this, probably this and the gun, because I think that the gun was such a cool part of Art's character, and like nobody saw it coming, and it's just such a unique thing for a slasher to do. Of course, you're not going to have an Art the Clown figure without the iconic, soon becoming iconic Hacksaw. I mean, come on. Now, I would display him with the Hacksaw, but I already have the 1/6 Trick or Treat Studios Selfie Murder art right back there with the Hacksaw. So I can sleep well at night knowing that I can display him without the Hacksaw. He's also got a Michael Myers looking butcher kitchen knife. Very cool. He's also got a hammer. Very cool as well. All soaked in blood, of course. Why wouldn't it be? Now this one really threw me for a loop here. Does anybody remember if he used this as a weapon in any of the first 2 movies? Please put it down in the comments below. Was it just on his table in a back shot? I really can't remember this weapon particularly, so I'm not sure if NECA just gave us some extra weapons just so we can fill up our garbage bag. I'm not quite sure. He's got this like little mini cleaver here. These are all very well done too. A bigger cleaver. Now, one of these, I'm almost positive, was used to kill the Halloween store associate in Terrifier 2. So again, there's some Terrifier 2 on here. This little like tomahawk axe. Now, this sticks out to me that Art used it, but for the life of me, again, I cannot remember. So please in the comments let me know. Did Art ever use this or this before? Or hell, did he even ever use this knife? I really don't know. We also got this little, he used this in the first one. It's like an ice pick. Very cool. Another little tiny axe, hatchet, / hammer thing. I had one of these at my old job. Never used it, but it was there. The fucking alarm's going off. Can you believe that shit? I'm here trying to do a video, and my NECA Vault alarm just went off, so that means something is about to open in the NECA Vault. And because this is my design, we're going to do this right here for all of us to see. Let's see. Oh, it's a Superman. What the hell is this? Ben Cooper costume. Oh, who gives a shit? Back to the figure review. So anyway, sorry about that, guys. Let's continue on. Again, another one that I don't for the life of me remember Art the Clown ever using a power drill. Like, y'all gotta tell me, like, am I due for a Terrifier 1 rewatch, or are these just fillers for our bag? And either way, I'm cool with it. A scalpel, of course, from Terrifier 1. And then this little tiny knife here. It's like a, I don't know if this is like a bread knife or like like a butter spreader. I don't fucking know, but it's cool, and it's sucked in blood, so it's even better. And of course, Art's pistol, one of my favorite weapons Art ever used, again, because it was so out of nowhere and so unexpected and so unique. So probably going to display him with the whip and the gun. Everything else will go in my favorite accessory. So simple, so pleasing. Art's black garbage bag. The fact that it even comes with this just makes me so fucking happy. Like, the fact that I can maybe sling, oh shit, he'd have to have a free arm. Fuck. Maybe I'll just put it next to him, but I'm going to put all the extra weapons in this black garbage bag. I'm going to tie it off, and this is going to be on display with Art. Such a cool accessory. NECA, you killed it. This is probably my favorite figure of the year so far. I love this figure so much. Please let me know down in the comments section below if you got the clean variant, if you got this blood-soaked variant. Are you going to get one or both? Are you still hunting for it? And what are you looking forward to for NECA with their Terrifier line? Because New York Comic Con just hit, and they already announced some more figures that we'll get into either in a post or another video here coming up very soon in the next couple days. Again, I want to thank you all so much for watching. You can follow me on Instagram right there for a more personal look at my life of horror. But one last time, my name is Mike, and this is my design.